disgraced behind jail. Todd Chrisley, 54, feels hopeless and broken and is tormented by remorse for allowing his own greed to decimate his family and reality television business. Todd Chrisley, a disgraced former reality star, is hard adjusting to life in jail 4 months into a 12-year term. He is also feeling a great deal of guilt for allowing his own greed to destroy his family and his business. According to a source close to the Chrisley Knows Best family, Todd, 54, has finally come to terms with the reality of his situation. Julie, 50, is serving a 7-year sentence at a prison in Lexington, Kentucky, and Todd claims that he is not a happy camper on the inside like he was on the outside. Despite both Todd and Julie maintaining their innocence and launching an appeal against the verdict, the insider explained that the former reality TV star feels incredibly guilty for allowing his greed to get the better of him. It already seems like a lifetime to him because 12 years is a very, very long period. Todd's sense of helplessness is growing. The insider claims that he is aware that his greed is to blame for everything. The source continues, the self-described patriarch of perfection, who reportedly boasted of spending $300,000 on clothing in a single year, has let himself go. He cannot have skin treatments, and his golden hair is no longer colored. He seemed to be in terrible shape. Todd and Julie were convicted in June 2022 by a 10-person jury on charges including bank fraud, tax evasion, wire fraud, obstruction of justice, and conspiring to defraud IRS. They entered prison in January to begin their lengthy sentences. Although they are currently appealing their conviction in hopes of getting it overturned, their chances of winning the appeal are slim, as only 5% of federal convictions are overturned in the United States. After their conviction, Todd hired power attorneys at Burr and Foreman to take on their appeal, but it is going so slow for them, the insider says. They were told from people on the inside very familiar with the process that, despite them believing they did not get a fair trial and the court erred, overturning the jury's decision is next to impossible. They are both aware of this. Due to the nature of their crimes, they are not permitted to speak on the phone with one another for the entire 7 years that Julie is locked up. They are allowed to email, but the emails are heavily guarded and monitored. That has not stopped them from contacting each other, however, with the source telling DailyMail.com that their kids have become messengers to relay letters back and forth between them when they visit on the weekends. During their crime spree, they defrauded banks of $36 million to make fans think that they were already wealthy. The Department of Justice stated it best in their press release following the Chrisleys' conviction. The Chrisleys spent the money on luxury cars, designer clothes, real estate, and travel, and used new fraudulent loans to pay back old ones, the statement read.